Welcome everybody back to Obsessed and Unimpressed. My name
Welcome
is
back.
Boston. This is Josh. Today we have two very special guests. This is Lando. This is Sterling.
Lando and
They're both retarded.
Sterling.
Look at him. Look at him. He wants to bite it. Yep.
Welcome to
See,
the
he's
pod, Lando
retarded.
and Sterling.
He's
Welcome to the
yeah.
pod.
They're stupid. They're stupid. They're stupid. We love them both though. We love them both.
Yes, indeed.
Uh, this is our movie podcast, as you can tell because we have dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, this is a podcast started by me and Josh to try to capture my love of film in Josh's eyes. Sort of a social experiment of sorts to
Yes,
get
kind of, yeah.
Josh to love movies as much as I do. And right now, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we're on the right path. We're not there yet, but we're getting there.
Not there yet.
So uh, this is something that we both love doing. We want to
Mm-hmm.
continue to do.
Yeah.
Um, I'll start right off the bat. If you can, comment. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what we
Yeah,
can
sure,
improve
yeah.
on. And
Absolutely. We'd love to hear from you
like,
guys.
comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Because
All that goody
today, ladies and
goodies.
gentlemen,
The big one.
is the one that I was very excited about.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're going over the Christopher Nolan epic Interstellar. This, in my opinion, is his best work. I don't think he's topped this. I don't think he ever will top this. Uh, this is
Oh.
um, this is by far my favorite Christopher Nolan film. It's something that when I first saw it was I immediately compared to 2001: A Space Odyssey, one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever made, and I think this is up there, right there with it. I don't think it's better, but it's right up there with it.
Yeah.
This is a magnum opus of incredible filmmaking, incredible acting, incredible writing, incredible editing, and incredible special effects. All of that coming together to make an absolute maelstrom of a film
Mm-hmm.
um, by Christopher Nolan, who has a very impressive resume by himself, doing Momentum, The Dark Knight, Inception, Oppenheimer. I could go on and on and on about how this
Mm-hmm.
guy's film record, and it is impeccable to anybody other than Steven Spielberg and Stanley Kubrick. I would say he's right behind
Cool.
two of the best to ever do it. This is Christopher Nolan's, I believe, fifth film of his uh, amazing career. It is a film starring Matthew McConaughey, Timothy Chalamet, Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, and multiple others in small parts that are not played in a small way. This is by far one of the greatest collective um, movies ever made. Um, I don't know what he's doing over there. Oh, he wants out now. You see? Now that we started, he wants out.
Ah.
Yep, he's gonna sit in front of the
Only
door
one's
and
out
pout.
now.
He's gonna sit in front of the door and pout. But he gets to wait. Christopher Nolan is speaking, and we're gonna listen.
Yes.
Josh, what did you think about 2014's Interstellar?
Interstellar, dude. That was a cool watch. That was a really
Cool
cool
watch.
watch. Like, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think that it was one of like the better like sci-fi movies that I've seen that wasn't like
Mm-hmm.
related to like a big IP, you know? Like
Right.
I think it's like one of the better ones that just kind of like just its own one-off thing. And because like I feel like a lot of sci-fi movies that try to like be its own thing just to be its own thing do a really bad job with it. But this is
Yeah.
pretty freaking cool. Um, the concept of the what the movie's trying to say is cool. Like the idea of the world's dying, we need to go find life somewhere else. Super cool. And then like it completely turning into like this horrendous expedition that like absolutely like wrecked the whole squad that went out to go find life or like went to go meet up with the dudes that went and found life or whatever
Yeah.
like and it just like like throughout the entire movie just kept on getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Just
Yeah.
just falling over
Yeah,
in
just the whole
mistakes.
thing just keeps falling apart at the seams, and then it just I think like okay, I'm going to need your help here with this one. But
Okay.
when the main dude, I forget his character name. But
Mhm.
when he shoots off the chick after the robot into back home to go back to Earth,
Mhm.
um and then he falls into like the like he starts piloting away
That's right.
towards
The
well
black
he
hole.
goes yeah when he fires them into the black hole and then he starts flying towards the Evans planet, right? Where is
Think
he
so?
going? Yeah, like it's the Evans planet or something like that.
Yeah.
And his ship breaks apart, right? And then like he falls and then he's just like in space, right? He ejects from the cockpit. He lands in like the where is he how does he get to where he gets to? Is that the
Where
Evans
he's like
planet?
floating.
Yeah, is
Where he's like
that's not the
floating.
Evans planet, is it?
No.
Okay,
So
cuz
he
I
goes
got like
into the
really confused.
yeah, and I get that. Uh, he is in a black hole,
He's in a
right?
black hole.
And he's in a black hole, and he's in what they call the tesseract in the film,
That's what it was, the Tesseract.
which is like a 3D. It was like a like it's a 4D space.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
live in a 3D space. That's
Mhm.
what they theorize a 4D space would look like,
Right.
um, which we can't even comprehend. We can't
Yeah,
even in our minds
I
comprehend.
don't
So it's the
yeah.
closest that we're gonna get uh, to that is just is whatever that was, and it's that scene is just such like a out of body experience for me.
Mhm.
When you watch it, you're like what the hell? Like he's just floating around, and he like kind of understands what's going on, kind of doesn't, but he's being guided by something. He's been guided by something to go somewhere, to communicate with his daughter, so that she can figure out how to like figure out how to harness gravity.
Mhm.
That's what they're
Mhm.
trying to do back on
Yeah,
Earth is
it's
harness
trying to
gravity,
harness the
so they can
idea of
move. So they
gravity.
can move everybody. So they
Mhm.
can move everybody, and like just putting down the equations. Um, I don't want to get into all that. I want to hear everything you have to say about it before I start geeking out about
Yeah,
this film
okay. That
because
was like just like my
there's so
first
much
like big thing.
question.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
just my first big question real
he's in a
quick.
black hole. He's in a black hole
Yeah,
in a
because it was
4D
kind of
space.
like because the way like the cinematography did it, like it was just like just super like just bang bang boom. Now he's there. It's like oh
Yeah.
okay cool. Um, but let's see. Yeah, like I said in the opener, is like it's like a very it does a really dang good job with being its own
Hmm.
standalone thing. Like the idea that it's like NASA and like they had to go underground and because
It's
the
like only
government
one person
in
gets
the
to go to
world.
college. Everybody else has to farm.
Yeah.
It's like that's
That
crazy.
was crazy because it's like apparently all that was left was corn,
Yeah.
which was a
Well, they're
weird
running out of food. They're running out of food, so it's like everyone has to like farm now.
yeah,
It's like
which
you
is
can't have
like
special jobs.
yeah, I get that. And but I didn't understand why like one of the last surviving food sources was corn. I didn't I that might have just been like
Easy to make, easy to make, easy to replicate, hard to mess up.
I guess
There's an
so, but
abundance of
like
it.
at the same
There's an
time it's like
abundance of it.
yeah, maybe that's just it. But like I don't know, I just didn't like the fact that like the only thing that they could use was corn. I might just be that might just be me being picky, but
Yeah,
like
you're being weird. I
yeah,
don't know why you have a
I
problem
just
with that.
like but like at the same time it's just like why it's a weird detail to implement in my eyes. It's like something that doesn't
It's literally
change
I'm pretty sure they just picked the food.
Yeah, which is probably all that it is, but it's like just
They
a
were
weird
like,
detail to implement in my eyes.
also,
And
I don't
like,
think everybody was. I don't think everybody was just like making corn. I think it was just that region was just
and
making
yeah, sure,
corn.
that might have been it, which is totally fine with me. Um,
Yeah.
let's see. So that oh, like okay, and I'm trying to pick something. No, I'm trying to pick something.
Well, I can add that.
Sure.
Oh, look at you. This film, one of the big things that started. It's one of my favorite stories in all of Hollywood. Um,
Oh, that's a
um,
bold claim.
so Christopher Nolan and Hans Zimmerman have been working together for close to 2 decades now.
Okay.
This is a Hans Zimmer score, um, and
Okay.
it is arguably his best work.
Yeah, the
Um,
the the
so
score is great. Yeah.
it's incredible.
Mhm.
But you go, okay, you gotta go. He comes right back. Go
It comes
over
right back.
there. Go over there. Leave me alone. So the story goes, this is Hans Zimmer's take on it. Christopher Nolan came with him with, I believe, the scene in the what's Matthew McConaughey's daughter's room right before he leaves to
Oh,
like
yeah,
go on
yeah,
the
yeah.
ship,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
he had that written down. And he said, "Do you have something that you could write as a score for this scene?" So he read it, and he started playing the piano instrumental
Mhm.
of it, the dum dum dum. That's that little instrumental,
Yeah,
and he
the
goes, "All right, cool, yeah, like
we're
the
gonna make a
main
movie
theme
off
of
of
it."
this. Yeah.
Yeah, he was, yeah, exactly. That's exactly. He goes, "All right, I'm gonna
That's
make a
cool.
movie," "Well, what else? What's the movie?" And he explained like this huge space like thing. It's about like there's gonna be like black holes and like explain. He's like, why'd you just give me that scene? He goes, because now I know where the heart of the movie is, and that's exactly what is so good about this movie is
Yeah.
that despite it being a space movie, you know it's about a father trying to reconnect with his daughter, trying to get
Mhm.
back to her.
Mhm.
That's where the heart of the movie is, and that's why it's so good. Um, I love it
Mhm.
so much. There's so much about that movie to love. There's so much about that movie that you can point at and be like, "This is good cinema." Um, and then
Easily.
you can't. I don't think I've talked as much about the special effects in the movies that we've talked about. I don't think there's been a lot of movies that we have talked about special effects with. But this is
No, not really.
um,
Yeah.
up
This is
there
a good one. Yeah.
with.
I
It's
I
up
was
there
gonna
with.
say that that is notable. For sure it is.
Um,
For sure a notable aspect of this movie. Like they do a really good job with the special effects.
if I remember correctly, I think the black hole took 2 years to render.
What?
Yeah, like I might have blown that out of proportions, but I think the every scene that you see the black hole in took, I think, in total 2 years to
That's
render in a
crazy.
computer so they could put it in, which is unreal. Because also,
Yeah.
we didn't know exactly what they looked like up until that point, which
Okay,
also
yeah.
goes back to, well, we didn't until like we got that picture, like a year or so ago
Yeah, whatever it
of it.
was.
Yeah, which it's pretty close to
It's
what
actually
it
yeah.
eventually ended up.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty close to exactly what we like thought. Well, part of the reason that it is so close is that Nolan had scientists on every single day.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
helped write the script. They helped figure out the math. So
That's
he
super
was like
cool.
everything. He said everything has to be based in fact. Like
Right.
everything has to be right, and it's hard to find a point where you're like, yeah, that's not real. You know, everything
Mhm.
there is like backed up by
Yeah, like this whole movie sounds like it could make sense.
yeah,
This whole movie sounds like this feels doable in like
yeah,
30 years.
yeah,
Like this whole thing without like a worldwide famine going on, but like
hmm
this whole thing, this whole idea of going through a dimension, going through a black hole to find new life sounds so realistic,
Mhm.
and because it's getting slowly talked about more and more, and like just the whole process that they portrayed in the movies just sounds and looks so realistic. It's
100%.
so cool, and the fact that they it everything that this movie portrays is like in some way, shape, or form backed up by fact is proves that like this could
Yeah.
this movie is trying to be realistic as
Well, it's
possible.
not it's not complete sci-fi. It's based in
Yeah.
fact.
And that's why like I think that this movie does such a good job with being its own standalone sci-fi movie, because it's not
Yeah.
like it's technically not entirely sci-fi. Like it kind of makes sense.
No. Yeah. I think that, and the big thing that it introduced me to was the concept of time being a unit of measurement,
Yeah, that's
in
cool.
both distance and um, you know a way of keeping track of time.
Yeah.
Because it explains very well how uh, light travels, and that's how we perceive time
Mhm.
is through light traveling.
Right.
Um, and when it explained very well, light or time being distorted because of a black hole sucking the light and
Yeah.
distorting it, bending it in a certain way. Um, that to me was beyond fascinating.
Mhm.
That like, and it is backed up by science. Like like that is how it works. That's how the universe
Yeah,
works.
it's how it would work. Yeah.
hmm So just watching that in practice, watching how I forgot his name that was left on the ship when they went to the ocean when
And
they
then they
get
came back
back
and it was like 30
and
something
he's
years or whatever.
old and he's
Yeah.
old.
Mhm.
It's like that could happen if
Mhm.
you're around the star, if you're around the black hole for that long time, that much time can pass.
Yeah.
Um,
And like the acting was so good because
it's
feel
so good.
you
Oh
could
yeah.
feel when they realized that they were gone for that long, and they
hmm
had all of these messages, and then they
Oh, dude,
basically
the computer messages.
over
That
the
scene is
course of
brutal.
like 5 minutes, you could feel this dude's pain of seeing
Oh
his
yeah.
kid grow
He's
up
like, I
in
missed it all. I
five
missed everything.
minutes. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it was just like
I missed everything.
and then you could tell like they thought that they were prepared for this, but they weren't. They were not
No.
prepared for that mental strain,
No.
and you can feel it through watching it. You can just feel all of it, and it's super super well done. Just it's so cool.
Yeah, it's, and I think it goes right back to this movie is amazing. It's
Mhm.
you get the black hole, you get the space, like all kinds of like what would actually happen scientifically with all this stuff that makes the movie interesting. Just all circles right back to it's a movie about a father trying to reconnect with his daughter.
Yes,
That's the
and
heart of the film,
yeah,
and
and
you
it
feel it.
does a good job, and it does, and you can feel that. Yeah, you can definitely
You can
feel
feel
that.
it.
And I
Like when he
think
sees that his daughter.
it's a cool touch that like the daughter turns out to like help when she like resented it as a child,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
like she came back around and stuff, which is super super cool.
Well, that shows
Um,
that she also wanted to see her father again.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I got to figure out this. I got to figure out this equation so we can finally
yeah,
get this going.
yeah, which is like also weird to find out that like they were sent out on a lie.
Yeah, that was the other thing. You got to
That
piss
was
off.
a crazy
Whoa,
plot
away.
twist. You don't want to go away.
No, you don't. You don't
You
sit
don't
on the
want to
balcony
go
with me.
away.
But you keep scratching. You can't do that. I'm recording.
Yeah, but like, dude, like
Um,
when they went to the science to the what was his name? The scientist planet.
Michael Caine. Oh, I forgot that guy's name. Matt Damon's.
Yeah,
Matt Damon's
or
planet. Yeah.
yeah, and like they went out to his planet, and then they like started all it all started to slowly come together that like it was all a lie, and that
Yeah. Yeah. There's
they
nothing there.
realized that there was absolutely nothing there. he tried to
Also,
murder
it
him.
was they realized like how we're never gonna get these people here.
Yeah.
That's the other, we're never gonna get these people here.
And it's like it's just never gonna work. And like we're probably gonna die here now. And
Yep.
now he's trying to sabotage them so that way he could just go home. Um, it was just crazy to watch that unfold. And
Right.
cause like, dude, this movie like was actually like one of the most like stressful movies ever. Like
Yeah.
it's
Oh yeah.
because it's just like it's just the more you watch, the more you're like, oh no, they're gonna die.
There's more you. The
This
more
is
you
a
gotta
movie
worry about
where
too.
yeah, and then just the more you watch it, this is a movie where everybody dies. This is just
Yeah.
how it works. Because like
Hmm.
they start just killing off people, and it was just like, oh man, this is just we're all just gonna die here. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. There is no good ending to this movie.
Yeah, that's how it
Like
feels.
that's all you think. That's all you're thinking about. That's all you're thinking
Mm-hmm.
about. Is that there's no way this movie ends well for our leads.
Yeah. So the entire like I just it's so suspenseful because you're just like not another. Let's no, let's not have another one die
Hmm.
here. And then so that's like a super cool aspect of this movie. Um I I kind of let's see, what am I trying to say here? Um uh okay. I think that like the core aspect of the movie, like you said, was underplayed.
I disagree. I disagree because it's if they leaned into it too much, it wouldn't seem as much of a sci-fi film as I think Nolan was trying to get it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I don't think if they pushed it too much, it's like then it's just any other movie.
Yeah,
But
but like at the same
they went back
time,
to it. They went back to it when they I think they went back to that when they felt like the movie was like straying too far away from the true like meaning of the movie. It's like all right, we got to remind the audience that it's not just about space. You know, it's about a father reconnecting with his daughter. It's like we got to go back and remind the audience of that rather than just stick with space. If it they I think if they use it too much, you wouldn't forget about it, and then it doesn't hit you as much of an impact as it does. Okay, okay,
mm-hmm.
I hear you. I hear you. Go play with your dad. But I mean, no, I don't. I think it was perfectly utilized. I think that if you
Okay,
used it any less, you would like lose the meaning of it. But if you use it any more, you also lose the meaning of it.
right. Um, I just think that it was kind of underplayed, just solely because I like you knew that like he loved his daughter, and like you could
Uh-huh.
tell that he loved his daughter, like. But I just don't. I just think there wasn't like enough, just barely not enough character development in the beginning between them. Like I
I
think
don't
that
think there's supposed to be.
I think maybe like another like just like one more thing, just one more scene with them
Yeah.
two
Keep
having
going. Keep
fun.
going. Keep going.
Okay. I think just one more scene with both of them together having fun as dad and kid would have been perfect for them. That's that's like my only thing about this movie. Like cuz I think like they just it kind of moves a little quickly in the sense of like they go like touch on like their family for like 20 maybe 30 minutes and then it's like
Yeah, but that's only
and then
because they
it's
have
just
so
finished.
much they have to get through. There's so much to this
I
film
know
that they have to rush
I
through,
know I am
and you
I
get
know
the
I'm
gist of it.
I know I'm being picky.
Are
I know I'm being picky right
you are
now.
being picky? You're also being picky with like points on like I don't even understand because like the point that you could have made, well,
Point that I could have made.
the point that you could have made that would have made a lot more sense is like why is the son like almost completely ignored? in it. However,
That's
it
true.
adds to the story because then you can see that the son feels resentment towards his father, and you can see how like he doesn't want to be involved with his son almost. Like he resents his son because he sees himself now as his father, which whom he resents,
Yeah.
and it adds to the story. But like if they went into that relationship a little bit more, I think it would have helped the story. But like I don't know how you would have without taking away from the main point, which is a father and daughter.
Mhm.
Right? I think it adds to it. I don't
Okay.
think. I think a lot of it is you got to like add a little bit of like what's going on behind the scenes. You know,
Right. Okay.
like you got to fill in memories and whatnot.
Mhm. Yeah, and
But
I think I'm just being a little too picky. But
yeah,
like
I was
it is
especially yeah. Yes, you are.
okay.
Yeah, I can tell you
And
right now.
yeah, like other than that, I really do think that this is like a super dope movie. It does a super dang
It's a
good job
masterpiece. It is a
with everything else
masterpiece
that it
of a
does.
film.
Yeah.
With I mean, it's hard to really like pick a scene in particular because everything's so interconnected. You can't tell where one scene starts and
Yeah.
one scene begins.
Yeah.
It's it's so well like leapfrogging very well. Where
Yeah,
like
it builds on
this
top of each
happened,
other super well.
it's like this happened, then this happened, therefore this happened, but this happened. It's like the beats are so good.
Mhm.
The beats are so good in that film,
Yes,
and I
I
can't get
really do
enough of
agree.
it. I can't get enough of it. I
Yeah.
love it.
I like it a lot as well. And I think that like yeah, I just think it like it builds pretty much close to perfectly. And like it all comes together and it all works without it being cheesy, without it being corny, and it all like I said earlier, like it all kind of makes sense, and that's why
Hmm.
it's so relatable and
Right.
like it keeps you on your toes, and it's not a cheesy sci-fi. It's actually like deep and it makes sense. And I do think that like him coming back um I do
Brutal.
think like that ending was a little swift. I get it. The movie's long, so it's hard to like show
I
like everything at that ending
I
or that ending. But like, hear me out, okay? They spent time on talk on him talking to his daughter perfectly. Like that was perfect. Like that was great. That was fine.
right.
But like
Right.
him moving on to the next to the next thing, you're like, yes, I get it. It's the ending. Like
What's also
just
like what else is he supposed to do? Just mourn?
yeah, no, I no. That's not what I'm saying.
I think it's part. I think it's part. That's part of the reason why they wanted her to be like surrounded by family.
Yes,
Is that he
he
can
can
be like
see that
okay,
like he doesn't need to mourn.
she well like yeah well she's happy,
Yes, and like yes, she's
right?
happy.
She's happy,
She has her family with her, and now that she's
right?
seen him, she's at peace, and
She's at
that's all
peace.
great. And like
Exactly. That
and
he was still a
yes,
missing
and that
piece.
works, and that works with me. But what I'm saying is, after he gets picked up from that cruiser or whatever,
Mhm. Yeah.
um, I just think from then on, it's like this movie does so good with its pacing throughout the whole
Hmm.
movie that like right at the end it's like just straight to the end. It's not
Yeah.
it does it in my eyes like it goes from really good pacing to then just boom, like he went back to that planet to see that one chick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like if that's like my only other thing, like just I feel like that ending was just a little swift. And like I can say like yeah, like what can you do, like it's a long movie, it's a long movie, like it's like 2.5 hours or
It's a
something,
long movie, but you're
so
also
it's
hooked the entire movie. You're
yes,
hooked the
yes,
entire movie.
exactly, like
You're like you
it's
don't even
good.
notice it's a long movie. In my opinion, I didn't notice how
I
long it was.
I did notice because like I had to go to the bathroom like right in the middle of it, so I was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
go like so I stopped and I was like dang, I'm only halfway through this, holy okay. So I was like okay, this is a long movie. But I think like yeah, just like other than than like my two things. Like one, I think that he could like maybe just like one more little thing with him and her at the beginning would have like really been nice, and then right at the end like
But
maybe just
then
take a
all you're
little
doing
bit
is
more
adding
time.
on to something you already know. You're just adding on
Like,
to something
in
that's
sure, like
already established.
I'm okay with that argument.
It's
Like
like you
that's
understand the
fine.
relationship, and like that's the point. You understand the relationship that they have. You know
Yes,
that
and
they love each other. You know
I
that they
agree.
hate.
I agree. I just think that like I just think that like maybe like just like not even like it doesn't even have to be superb or like
Yeah,
like substantial. I just think that like if they just took it just a little, the pacing just a little bit slower, they just added one little thing at the beginning and added one little more thing at the end to make it
you're
like
just nitpicking. You
aligned.
really are just nitpicking.
I know I am, but that
You
is
really
like
are.
literally it. That is the only two nitpicky things that I have. Everything
And
else
I
I
don't even.
love. Everything else
And
I
again,
love.
I don't even think it's a valid nitpick. You're literally just like you're
Okay.
like, oh, I need to see more of something I already know to like be true.
And you like Zoolander and I don't, so who cares?
Okay, well you can be wrong. It's fine. I mean, I have if there is one scene that sticks out to me, it's the docking scene. Um, Outstanding, stressful filmmaking.
Oh my gosh, that was
So good,
gnarly. That was
so
so
good.
well
It's so
done.
good. It's that when Matt Damon is like locking up the airlock and he realizes he's
Mhm.
not locked in, and
Yeah.
then all of the noise stops.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
insane.
it's so good. It's genius. It is genius. Because
Mhm.
again, it's like sound bounces off things. You need air for sound,
Mhm.
right?
There's
There's
nowhere.
none of that. None of
Nope,
that in
none of that.
space. None of that. Right. So of course there's no sound. Of
Mhm.
course there's no sound. And it also is like it scares you in the opposite way of a traditional scare, which is dead silent, then noise. It's a
Yeah.
lot of noise, silence. So it catches you off guard completely
Mhm.
because I think you understand exactly what's happening as soon as it happened,
Yeah, exactly.
right? So then that jumps, which you think is like that's the climax of the scene. Then it jumps from that to immediately he has to dock into a spinning
Which is
him
one of the
freehandedly.
coolest things I've ever seen
So good.
on camera. Like that is
We're docking.
so cool.
We're gonna dock
I
you.
know. I was like, "There's no
So
way.
good.
How is he?
Hell
Ha
yeah, dude.
ha ha!" Like the entire time, I'm just like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, yeah. It's so good.
It's so good, dude. I loved it. I love that a lot,
It's
actually. Like,
necessary.
yes, it's necessary.
It's necessary. It's so good. It's
Also,
impossible. No.
those robots were one of like the coolest looking
The
robots I've
best part of the
seen.
movie. The best part of the movie.
Yeah, like those dudes
It's so
were
good.
so cool. Like
Like
such a
20%
cool
sarcasm.
touch. Yeah, like
Self
you
destructing
could.
in five, four.
Yeah,
So good.
that was good. And then when he
So good.
reunited, yeah, when he reunited with his bot, that was super cool. I don't know why I'm holding a pair
So
of vice grips. I'm sorry.
I don't know why you're doing that.
Sorry,
Interesting
just on my
about
desk.
the robots. The theory is that um it was AI that got him into the black hole in the first place. That like organized this whole thing because they needed humans because robots can't have emotions. They needed humans to be like, because Anne Hathaway with whatever dumb thing she was talking about. That's the part I don't like. I think is Anne Hathaway being like, love transcends space and time. It's like, all right, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
but like
I
I
get it. I
think
get it. For the story, it fit perfectly.
yeah,
But
like
like
her character, like
robots
it
can't
makes
do that.
sense.
Yeah, but like robots can't do that. So like the theory was you needed Matthew McConaughey to be that bridge to travel, and robots were using him. AI in the future was using him to be that connecting point. That's the theory.
Hmm.
There's nothing really to back it up. It's just a theory,
Yeah, but that's a
a
cool
film
idea
theory.
though.
But and I don't.
Interesting.
I gotta watch the. I'll send it to you later.
Okay.
The guy that explained it the first time made it so much more clear that like what the point was.
Yeah.
Um, but there's so many different layers of that film that you could go down the rabbit
Yeah,
hole and
like
find out.
it's just very cool. Like, and I think like the and like the way that like it pointed back to like all these weird occurrences when he was in the
The room that's haunted.
no, well, yeah, in the room that's haunted. But like, what is the in between when he's in between space and he's controlling gravity?
Tesseract.
The Tesseract, yes, that's what I'm thinking
Tesseract.
of. When he's in the Tesseract and
Where you can see he's going through different points in time.
yeah, and he's going through different points in time and stuff and all that crap, and like it just makes sense. Like it's like it's one of those like on paper cheesy things that just is done really well on camera. Like like I said, like they did such a good job with that, and it's like if I just say like the climax of the movie is he gets trapped in a tesseract and he has to control the dust in order to talk to his daughter from the past. It's like that throws you through a loop just out of context, right? But
You
then
have
when
to
you watch,
understand what
yeah, you gotta watch the whole movie and it just makes perfect sense, and it
100%.
it just
100%.
works.
100%.
It all works.
I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of it. The more you talk about it, the more you're like, it might be the greatest film ever made. Like
It is pretty dang
you
good.
watch,
It's
it's
up there.
very very well done. Um, it's Matthew McConaughey in it. I think displays a level of fatherhood that nobody else could have put into this.
Yeah, I was about to say like they could have casted anybody, like any
And
like
they could have done a good job. They could have
top
done a good
like
job, but
yeah, they could have done a good job. But like, dude, he killed it. Like I
there's
think that he
something
was
about
perfect.
yeah, there's something about
Perfect cast.
McConaughey just like you feel the pain he has
Yes.
when he
Yes.
sees his daughter later.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the movie, you feel it, where it's like he definitely is happy that she like had a good life, but also like regrets he wasn't there for it.
Yeah.
Like there's that, which is like it, also it is like you feel him kind of I guess accept that like no one else is gonna relate to this.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's gonna be
He's
the
the
only
only
one.
one
He's
now.
gonna be yeah. No one else has ever like had to see their daughter grow old by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful. It's awful. But
Yeah.
it made that movie amazing,
It really did.
and it's part of why that film is so good.
Yeah.
Another little interesting fact: in the beginning, it starts with the interviews of the old
Uh.
people talking about the
Oh
dust.
yeah 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 yeah.
Those are real interviews by people from the Dust Bowl in like the I think it was the 80s, or it was like there was like
Oh.
I forgot what the actual event is, but like they
But
took
there
it
was
from
like
like
a gnarly event. Okay, because I was
I think it
wondering
was in
like
Iowa. I think it was Iowa where it's like they had so much dust that like they couldn't grow anything for like a year.
that's crazy. Okay,
I think
because
I might
like
be wrong.
I was wondering because like I was like, man, like these look like way too realistic to be like just done for a movie, you know?
Maybe. But yeah, they're like taken straight from a clip from
That's cool.
what happened, which is also just adds another level of like
Another level of
realism to it.
realism. Yeah.
Yeah, which awesome.
Yeah, no,
I love
like
it.
literally just
I love it.
it just works.
Nailed it. They just continue. Nolan continues to be the goat,
Yeah, a lot of Christopher Nolan are like super
and he's up there. He's
super
up there.
super good.
I think I still think Steven Spielberg is the goat, but he's right up there with him.
Fair.
Right up there. Um, there's a lot more I feel like I'm missing out on that I can't think of right now.
This movie is just this. It's got a lot of meat on it. This movie's just got a lot of meat on it, and
A
I
lot,
feel like we've hit
a
a lot
lot.
of the good hit points, and
Hmm.
we're about to hit the 40-minute mark. So it's like we could cap it right now and we'd be fine.
I and again I'm trying to keep these podcasts short so you could get to.
Yeah.
We're trying to. I'm trying to keep them short just because like I don't want to keep people here for longer than they
I
need to
mean,
be.
yeah. No, like the freaking Baby Driver episode's like 20 minutes. You know.
It all when yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
when the laws of average show its dirty face. Um,
This is true.
so where do you rank this film in
All
our
right.
tiers?
All right. I'm gonna give some context here.
Mm-hmm.
I am torn between the balls right now
Mm-hmm.
because I can't.
It's a good
I
place to
don't.
be torn.
Some might say.
Yep.
But this is such a. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is an S or an A. Cause like
This is an S for me. It's like
this
I
is
don't even
this
have
is
to think
up
about it.
there. Like I
This is like a
really do
top 10
think.
movie for me all time. It has to be an S.
Okay. I'm torn. Like I want to give it an S, but I'm like, there's a part of me that goes, well, you sure? You know,
If your
like
only critique, listen, I'm gonna say if your only critique was that like Matthew McConaughey and his daughter didn't have one more scene together, like how could it not be an S? How could it not be one of the best movies you've ever seen? Yeah, but it is your tier. It is your tier. Wherever you feel like more comfortable putting it.
okay. You know what? I think I don't know. Okay, I'm very torn right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I feel you. I feel you. Gotta pick a lane. Gotta pick a lane.
yeah, I know. I know.
Run.
I know.
Where are you gonna put it? Where are you
Okay.
gonna
You
put
know
it?
what? I'm gonna give it an S. I'm gonna give it an S,
Hell yeah.
but
Hell yeah.
I will put it
Way
on
to come to your
record.
senses, Josh.
Thank you. I will put on record though. It's a bit of a weaker S for me. Like I feel like
Okay.
that I've seen more movies that I could put above this. So I
That's
will
crazy.
say like I feel like it is deserving of an S, but just for me personally, it's a bit of a weaker S. That is my only thing.
Okay.
But
Well,
like
if we
I
need to
I
move
will
it,
say
we'll move it.
no, like I think I'm good. I think it's good in an S. Good in an S.
All right. Well, this is probably our longest. It's up there. I think this is our longest one.
It might be.
Episode wise.
I don't
Like by
know.
the time we finish this, I think it passes Kane. I think it will.
Maybe it might.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't keep track of these things. But guys, thank you so much. This is the one I was looking forward to the most, and I think
This is a good one.
I
I like
said,
this one.
and I think I said everything I wanted to say.
Yeah.
I think Josh did as well. This
Yes.
is definitely
Yes.
a film that I recommend to everybody, at least once that you need to
Yeah, I'd
watch.
have to say too. Like this is
At
like an
least once.
easy. This is an easy like you just gotta watch it once, man.
It's one of those movies where, like I say, watch it and watch it alone. Watch it alone in the dark.
Yeah, he told me I had to turn off all my lights and
Yep,
watch it in the dark,
yep.
and made
That's what
sure
I said.
that I had the
I was
subby
like, you need to
plugged
be.
in and had the
Hmm.
volume up. Good.
Yep.
Good
I think I
experience.
said you need to have headphones on. I think that's what I said.
No,
I
you
was like, if you
you
don't have
you told
surround
me that
sound, put
you
headphones
watched
in.
it one time with headphones and you were like, "Oh my god." But
Yeah, yeah,
I have a really good sound bar. It's
yeah.
a
Which is
it's
fine.
a,
Which
it's
is
a
fine.
Sony and
But
it has built-in
to
it has
me,
built-in surround cuz like
yeah.
it
There
does
you
its
go.
job. It works.
There
I
you
don't know
go.
I don't know how it
That's all
does
you
it, but it
need.
works. So
That's all you need.
exactly. It was
But
great.
um, yeah, I recommend this film to everybody. This is one of the greatest films ever made, in my opinion. And I truly don't think it gets any better than this in terms of
It's pretty good.
filmmaking.
It's up there for
Um,
sure. It's up there.
it's up there for sure. Um, but thank you guys so much. I'm gonna keep saying it until we're done.
Mhm.
Can't do without you guys. We hope you enjoy the three
Yes.
people that watch it. We hope you do enjoy it.
Exactly.
We're trying our best to improve, be our best that we possibly can. We can't do that
Yeah.
without
Yep, yep,
hearing
yep.
from you guys. So please let us know what we can and can't do better or worse.
Let us know down below.
Please let us know down below. We want to hear movie recommendations, anything you guys have for us. We
Anything,
love to hear
please.
it. Like, comment, subscribe,
Like,
everything.
comment,
We love to hear
subscribe.
it. We love to hear all of it. And
Mhm.
Josh, is there anything you want to add before we head out?
Do I say it again?
I don't care. I don't think they
Should
got it.
I?
I'm
You
gonna be
know
honest with
what?
you. Well,
Should
also we
I?
haven't banned anybody yet. We haven't banned anybody yet, so I don't think
That's
the
true.
message has come across.
That's true.
But
Nobody's had the
uh,
balls yet to. to pick something that I might have seen yet, so I can't
Yep.
ban nobody.
True.
So,
Um,
yeah, I think it's good.
um,
I think we're
I
good to
think it's
cap
good.
it.
I
I
think
think
we're
we're
good.
good.
Well, guys, thank you so much. We do appreciate it. Be safe out there, and yeah, see y'all.
We out.